It's Layla Letitia with another episode of Conversation Wednesday. Let me apologize first. I've been gone for a little while. I just really been going through some things. The job has been overwhelming. Just life in general has been overwhelming. And just really taking a step back so I can reevaluate my purpose in life. Even as a mindset coach, it's always good to take a step back, reevaluate, reflect, so that's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. So today's conversation is, my Conversation Wednesdays is all about real talk. I'm talking about real things that are happening in my life in hopes that when I share with you guys what I'm going through, that you may be able to relate, take something from it, and hopefully it will have positive impact, and maybe you can actually handle a similar situation well, or maybe not. But my purpose is to have impact and to be very transparent with you as I continue to improve as a life coach, improve as a mindset coach, but more importantly, improve as being the best Layla Letitia that I can be. So recently, I basically had a great opportunity come before me. Someone reached out to me because of these great YouTube videos that I do. And, this person said, hey, I have a script. I'm doing a movie. And I believe you are the perfect person for this part of Hanifa. And I was like, okay. It was weird because I'm definitely not an actress. So I was like, this is weird. Like, he thinks that I can actually handle a part. So I told him to go ahead and send me that script, and he wanted my number, but I didn't really want to give my number at first because I really didn't know him. So I said, send me the script and I'll get back to you. So I got the script and I read the script and I really liked Hanifa's part. I can really relate to the part, this is an Islamic movie, so I can really relate to the part, and it was like fantastic. And we just need to speak about some particulars about exactly filming and perhaps sending some audition tapes to him and to tell, to see if I can actually pull off this role because I'm not an actress, right? So finally, I was able to speak to him over the weekend, and we talked about the part, and I, asked him, what made him, really reach out to me personally for this part. And he's, just said, because he goes, your spirit and everything that I see from you, with what you're doing, your spirit and your personality just really matches this part just great, and I just think it's perfect for you. And I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome, and so he went on to tell me about, filming in August, being able to fly down to Philadelphia for about, weekend, did the part, and I was like, wow, this is a great opportunity because, when God brings opportunities to you, it's like, what a blessing, right? And I've always wanted to be in the entertainment field, honestly, all my life, and this kind of, which is why I really have started these YouTube channels, because my channel has been there for a while, but really started to really beef up these videos, be a little more proactive with my videos, hopefully, provide some great content and therefore. So what happened was that we talked about the part and everything was fantastic until he asked me a very personal question. He was like, sis, can you please tell me how long have you been divorced? And I was like, hey, I'm not divorced. I've never been married. And then as true form, with being a Muslim woman and just being a Muslim woman in general, there are some people that I don't want to say, but I would say that are, as they will call themselves, very righteous men, and they feel as if every time, every communication is a need to remind you of the wrath of Allah and remind you of your error, your wicked ways, and why you are not sufficient enough to be a good Muslim, right? So he started to tell me that, I was sinning because I was delaying marriage. He started to tell me that, when I die, let's say, for example, at 60, that I'm not going to have favor with Allah. And then he proceeded to tell me that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that if I am not married, I am not of them, meaning that I'm not Muslim. Now, people who are in the Islamic faith, we know that they say that getting married completes half of our deen. And what a blessing it is to complete half of our deen with marriage, right? So, of course, who does not want to get married? But I really felt that this individual who did not know me was kind of out of pocket for coming at me that way without knowing who who I am, not knowing my circumstances, and he has no idea if I'm delaying marriage. He just have no idea. Like, how dare he come at me this way? So yesterday, going through my Facebook scroll, I have not been so active on social media the last couple weeks, but I did go through my feed, and I saw a Muslim sister had put in there that she no longer wanted to be Muslim, and I totally related to her, because, you know, I was like, you know, I love Islam. I love this religion. It is all me. But there are times where it just seems like it's almost impossible to live up to standards. And sometimes when I'm watching lectures, and sometimes as this guy attacked me, you know, pretty much saying that, you know, when I die, I'm going to be going, you know, to a place that is not good because I have avoided getting married, which is not true. But it just makes it very hard, you know. So it's like, I really empathize with her saying that, you know, she didn't want to be, you know, Muslim anymore. Not me, because I'm always going to be Muslim, regardless of someone coming at me sideways. But in general, you know, how do you really deal with someone coming at you like from the left side, the right side, and they don't even know you? So my practical advice to any brother or sister that is trying to be and give reminders, just make sure that you actually get to know the person before you start coming off with the wrath of subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because at the end of the day, if you're a teacher in school, you may have 25 students in your class, right? And until you get to know the student is how you know how you can approach the student, how you can talk to the student, and how you can help them. But you don't know that by one conversation with the student, right? You got to actually get to know that student. So in life, you know, I feel like we live in a world that is so judgmental. And in Islam, which is a beautiful religion, there are so many people that really want to place judgment and want to, you know, make judgment calls based on one conversation, and want to make you feel as if you are not, you know, Muslim enough, or that Allah is not pleased with you. But only Allah knows whether or not he's pleased with me, because, you know what, I do my best to be a good Muslimah. I'm not perfect, as none of us are, but I'm trying not to do any harm, and I'm really working hard every day at becoming the best me. So the moral of this conversation is, of course, don't let someone make you feel less than because you are not meeting their standard, or because you're not actually, you know, there where they want you to be, right? Like of course, who doesn't want to be married, right? So I, you know, felt very troubled by it, and kind of why I have my shirt, "Thou shall not try me." I felt like he was trying me. Needless to say, I'm no longer going to be doing this part in this movie, which is fine, because, you know, Allah, you know, presented the opportunity with me, so that means Allah will prevent many other opportunities for me. But when it comes to, you know, being a Muslim and trying to hold on to my deen, and trying to be a woman of faith, and, you know, I've had a lot of, you know, things happen to me recently as a Muslim, and as I'm trying to get married, and I tried to be very transparent, and I had, you know, talking to this Muslim brother. I really, you know, think he's cool. I like him. I thought I liked him. He's in Philly, and I thought, you know, hey, I'm transparent, and I want to be completely honest with the person. And so I tried to be honest, and I tried to tell this person about something that happened in my past. And again, my past seems to be my reality to some people. And, you know, I am grateful to subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I know that my past does not define me. And I know I worked so hard to grow from my past, you know. And so again, I am trying to get married. It just does not work out. So I'm going to end with this quick quote. Do not judge people based on their past, because guess what? Every day we have an opportunity to rewrite our future. That's all I have today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Conversation Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye, guys.